Hey everyone, it is Liz, and I am back to do another political reading. And so I was asked by a subscriber to take another look at the Georgia runoff, January 5th. And so, energy is fluid, things have changed and shifted, obviously. And, my feeling honestly still is that at least one of these guys will win. One of the Democrats are going to win. I don't know if they're both going to win. Honestly, what I did was I looked at Raphael Warnick running against the GOP incumbent Kelly Loeffler. And for that reading, I'm using my Sibylla deck. And then I asked about John Ossoff, and I asked about what the outcome will be for him, as far as him running against the GOP incumbent, David Perdue. So for that reading, I'm using my Golden Art Nouveau tarot, which is really a beautiful deck. I really do love it. And so let's take a look, now just to refresh your memory, Raphael Warnick and Kelly Loffler, they both have the same life path number. And the life path number in general is, it's why our soul chose to come back into this earth plane. What are our lessons here? What are we here to learn, to evolve into? And a 55-1, these are people that are they're kind, they have good intentions, religion and morals dominate their life, which clearly is, I believe, for Mr. Warnick. He seems like a very pious man and a decent man. With Loffler, I don't know what went wrong in her life for her to have so much corruption. Like she's done I think that she's a force to be reckoned with. I do. I think that she's very independent with being that one vibration. And I believe she knows how to initiate and she knows how to get what she wants. But I also feel like her personal year number, when I looked at her personal year number, hold on, I just did this. I didn't do it for everybody, but with Miss Loffler, she currently is in hold on, guys. My goodness, my eyesight is horrible. 38, 39, 40, 41. Yeah, that's right, a 42-6. And the 42-6, which is interesting, the 42-6 is that personal year vibration, which is cyclical, goes from birthday to birthday. She just had a birthday in November. She's a Sagittarius. And this is focused on family and marriage and commitment. And it's more a quiet time for her, interestingly enough. And with Mr. Warnick, his personal year vibration, his birthday was in July, and he came into let's see here, hold on, 20, that's 30, 31, 32, 30, hold on, my math is horrible, 31, 32, 33, yeah, 34-7, sorry guys. And that is a very powerful number. It's ambition, it's someone who's very driven, okay? So that's the difference there. I think Raphael Warnick has a drive that with Loffler, she's lacking it. There's something missing there. Anyway, when I did the reading on what the outcome would be regarding Warnick against the incumbent Loffler, the first card I pulled is the letter. And so this is usually text messages or letters, emails, communication. So I believe that Warnick and probably, both of them have been doing an awful lot of communicating with their constituents. And to me, I also feel like there's been important meetings, on both sides here, not just for Mr. Warnick, but for Miss Loffler as well. And then the next card was, again, my main focus here was to look at what the outcome would be for Warnick. And either way, even though my focus was on him, Miss Loffler is here. I mean, currently it shows where they are both right now. And you have this vibration of cheerfulness for both parties. So they're both, I think, in some way, like I believe Loffler believes that she's probably going to win because of all the dark money. There's that still seems to be a part of what I'm feeling. I don't know if it's helping, if it's going to help. I mean, both sides have an awful lot of money. They've raised a lot of money. But I do believe with Raphael Warnock, he seems to have a circle of friends that, and supporters that really want to make sure he wins. He is beloved. I truly believe that he is beloved by many. Now, in their immediate future, again, with the messages, it's a letter, but it's the messenger card. So for both of these people, especially they're both receiving messages. I'm sure she's going to, I get this impression right away of her, talking to not just Trump, but other GOP senators. And there seems to be a lot of, like with her, I feel like it's secret communication, maybe. I think with Mr. Warnick, Raphael Warnock, I think he's communicating with everybody he needs to communicate with to make sure he gets the message out and to vote. That's the thing I'm hearing, is that people need to vote. And the other thing I'm hearing too is there are a lot of people who are Republicans in the beautiful state of Georgia, who are believing the voter fraud. And because they're believing that voter fraud, there are some Republicans who will not be voting at all because they think this is all fraud. They think it's all fake. So it's not, like I said, this whole cult mindset of listening to Trump, listening to Fox News, listening to all of it. They believe it, but coming into like their state of mind, Raphael Warnock's state of mind, even Miss Loffler, you have the sweetheart vibration. So they both seem to be in a place where they feel like they have, their mates are supporting them. Like I believe with Raphael Warnock, whether it's a wife or a girlfriend or whatever he's involved with here, there is a female vibration around both of them, especially Mr. Warnock, that's getting a great deal of love and support. And he's feeling loved. He's feeling supported by everybody, I believe. I get a strong vibration here of Stacey Abrams too. I feel like she's very much obviously a part of manifesting this, getting everybody out to vote. And, with Kelly Loeffler, again, I feel like she believes the same thing, that her people are going to get out and vote. Now, moving into the next vibration, let's see here. This would be the environment, how the environment is affecting Raphael Warnock and vice versa. And you have constancy, which is overcoming adversity. So again, when I focus just on, Mr. Warnock, I get a vibration with constancy. That's consistency. It's someone that's reliable, someone who has overcome a great deal of adversity perhaps in their life, and especially with this race. But it's a determined strength. It's determination to overcome anything. So he's, it shows me that around him, the people around him especially, are doing everything in their power to make sure that he wins this race, that he wins. Now, as far as Loffler is concerned, she's got the same thing going on. She's got a lot of people. I mean, Trump's, I believe, going to be going to Georgia, if he hasn't gone there yet. I don't think he has, but I mean, they're both trying to overcome a lot of adversity and a lot of misinformation here. But once again, when I focus on just Mr. Warnock, I'm getting with Raphael Warnock a feeling of it's a more positive vibration for him. I feel like, because with the advice from Spirit in this reading is literally the house, and that's stability, that's home, that's a feeling of, feeling very secure, it is upright. And so, again, when I just focus on Warnock, I'm thinking he may have a good chance at winning this, but the outcome is a bit questionable because it's the priest card, but he's reversed. Okay. And usually, upright, he's mourning, he's in mourning, he's crying, he's grieving, it's a loss. But when it's reversed, it is basically the opposite, because it's not a loss. But my concern was, looking at this picture here, I think that he has a good chance of winning this. Give me a second. I just want to look in the book that I use under widower, because I remember reading something about this when I did a reading the other day with the cards. And so the widow reverse is a more positive, has a positive connotation to it when it's reversed. And it is associated with, if it is, and all these other cards here were positive for him. So the positive cards will insinuate, I mean, it's solitude. And it is a period where he feels he's overcome some hardship. So, again, my feeling here is he has a good chance of winning this race. All these cards are pretty positive, but I also feel that there's some dark money here with Kelly Loeffler and her, and the Republicans. So this is a hard one to call because I feel he has a good chance. I think it's going to be very close, but I also get this weird feeling that there are some people in Georgia, Republicans, who aren't going to vote, which is crazy. But I also get this impression that once Biden is in office, things aren't going to be so smooth. I mean, that explosion in Nashville, I don't want to go on and on, but honestly, I was reading how there were people on like Twitter, and they were blaming liberals that we did it, that the liberals did it, that the Democrats did it, that they're pointing fingers at everybody and saying that this guy was some type of liberal freak. And, honestly, it was just so, they haven't done their complete investigation yet, first of all, so we don't know, and secondly, I just believe, I really do, that Trump has incited so much fear and anger and resentment into our country. It's poisoned the system, and it's going to take us a long time to get back to any semblance of feeling secure. I think it's been messy, to say the least. So again, I believe Warnick has a good chance of beating Loffler, but I also believe that Loeffler knows all the right people. There is dark money involved, but again, the feeling I get is that Trump really kind of mucked things up for Loffler. Okay, and the bottom card, because I always look at the bottom card, was haughtiness. This is, just so you can see, haughtiness. This is a very light, airy type of vibration. It's carefree. It can be very superficial, but in this scenario, I feel like the way I see this is that, again, Raphael Warnick is someone that exudes this vibration of being lighthearted and carefree, and also someone who's very kind. He has very kind eyes. So, the other side of the coin here is that Loffler is arrogant as can be as well. She's arrogant. Nothing. I mean, Warnick isn't anything like that, but there's an arrogance to her, and she doesn't really. She's not helping. She's hurting the people. Again, I can call. This is a hard one to call, but I want to say, by looking at his cards and looking at all the cards here, that Warnick has a good chance of winning, a better chance this time. Okay, and again, it's because I believe a lot of Republicans from Georgia are not going to be voting because they believe the voter fraud story. Now, looking into John Ossoff running against David Perdue, the Republican incumbent, energy does shift and change. But the thing is, he shows up in the recent past as this Page of Wands, and this is an inspirational card. This is someone that inspires. This is someone that shows us, look what I can do. Look what I can offer. This is someone who's excited. So he has an excitement vibration around him, and currently it feels as though he's in a situation with Perdue, who is, I don't know their birthdays. I forget. I didn't look them up, but the King of Swords is someone who I feel could be someone like Perdue, but someone who is mentally aware of what's going on, but someone, I hear the word, I'm hearing coward and criminal activity, and I don't know if he's actually, I know that he's done some things and he's gotten himself into some serious trouble, and I think he got some help, but I also feel like there's something with this specific race where they are trying, the GOP with Perdue and the powers that be are trying to ruin this for Ossoff, for John Ossoff. And it's unfortunate because he's doing quite well. Because in the immediate future, whether it's, there are two things I'm seeing. One is Perdue and the GOP are trying to make this as hard as possible. But on the other side of the coin, what I'm seeing is that there's an ending to this BS, that this pain, the suffering that we've all been dealing with, because we need these Senate seats. We all know we do, but this stress that we've been dealing with is coming to an end, because moving into the action and what action is taken, it looks to me with the Ten of Cups, again, I feel like Ossoff is very confident here with winning this race, and he seems to have an awful lot of support. I feel like he's got more people supporting him, like a lot, like families, and to me, Perdue doesn't have that much support. I think honestly, the way I'm reading this is Ossoff is very. I know he's young, but I also know that his intentions are really good and that he has integrity. And moving into the next vibration, I do feel like with the Fool showing up with other people, there are other people, this is a new beginning. I think that there are a lot of people looking at John Ossoff and thinking he's new, he's shiny, but more than that, he's not a criminal. His record is clean. Literally, the Fool has a clean record. They're starting over. He has a clean record, and he has a good reputation, whereas Perdue, I think a lot of voters in Georgia who are stepping up because of Stacey Abrams, are seeing that we're ready for a fresh start, and I do believe that with the King of Cups showing up, that Perdue is honestly thinking that he's going to win this still, but I feel like there's a cockiness to him. There's like this, I don't know. I think he truly believes with the King of Cups that he can win this, but I also believe that he's a little, I think he's hoping. I think he's more hopeful, but there's this, I don't know, I get this vibe with this King of Cups vibration here. I feel like he's holding on, for dear life and praying that he wins this. But honestly, I think that with the Ace of Swords as the outcome, this is someone who has fought hard. This is someone with new ideas. This is someone who wants to initiate change. And this is new mental clarity. And to me, this is something new that's coming in. The Ace of Swords has a powerful vibration to it because the blades, the blades can cut both ways. But with this vibration, and again, I don't know if I don't remember either of their birthdays right now, but to me this feels like mental clarity, obviously with the Ace of Swords, but it's someone who's willing to fight for the people. It's someone who's willing to take on new ideas, someone who has overcome a lot of adversity and they're willing to fight, and that I feel is more John Ossoff. So again, I can call this a little bit more confidently. I do believe that John Ossoff has a real powerful chance of winning. And, I honestly feel with Warnock and Loeffler that he has a good chance of winning too, because again, remember, right now, the way I'm seeing this, what I'm hearing and what I'm feeling is that there are a lot of Republicans in Georgia that have been misinformed, and truly, I believe that they will not be voting. And so we'll see what happens. Again, send me some questions. And if you want to book a reading, excuse me, guys, my 30-minute readings are 20% off right now. So feel free. I will post my information below. You can email me. And if you have any questions or anything you want me to look at, post it below or email me directly. And I hope I see you guys soon. I'm going to try to get back to some more readings this afternoon and catch up on, I have to do water sign, fire sign, and earth sign for the month of January. And I do want to get those out. So have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.